Is your host, Thomas Kish, national expert in the field of business credit. I am going to be able to turn the reins over today to someone very knowledgeable that you're really going to want to take notes and listen to. As you know, I bring in the leading experts in many fields to teach us each month. They're making millions of dollars a year for all of our students. So today I want you to loosen your tie a little bit. That's what I'm doing right now. Relax. Breathe deeply, and get ready to feel amazed at one of the biggest, most powerful sources of money that you can start using. This is going to be amazing, incredible. Few experts have changed the world the way our host, Sherry Watson, has. She's making other people very, very wealthy following her instructions, and she's leaving a legacy just as important as far as I'm concerned. That's why she's the only speaker I know that's in the congressional record. She's going to show us now how to get not just $100,000, not just $200,000, but literally millions of dollars through, drum roll please, through the power of grant money. This is going to be absolutely incredible. I am probably as excited as our subscribers, members, and listeners are, so I'm eagerly awaiting learning these incredible techniques. Will you please join me? You can kind of air clap, folks, because we can't really hear you, but please join me. Give a really warm and enthusiastic welcome right now to our great host teacher, Sherry Watson.
Woo! Woo! Thank you, Tom, and it's what an honor to be invited in and provide the education and the tools for your group, Tom. So thank you so much. And you guys, thank all of you for joining us tonight. Tom and I have something very exciting to share with you at the end of this call. So hang on with us. I have so much to share as we've grown and the amazing things that have happened. So at the end of the call, I'm also going to unveil the exciting opportunity that was brought to us that's going to really impact you and your communities. So, I thought tonight is a perfect night to start with the timing of us all being together because of what's going on in this country. The division, the uncertainty, the fear. Power of Grant Money is launching the Power of Purpose project. All of us are on this call for a reason. The Power of Purpose is a movement that is out to change America for good. That means for the better and forever. We're unleashing the power and passion of America's nonprofit corporations and socially conscious entrepreneurs with a clear purpose. We're going to harness the power of the people and aim it straight at the chronic problems that have been so seemingly unsolvable. Look what's going on right now. We're fueling the movement with this series of Power of Purpose events throughout the United States. We're partnering with investment funds, angel investors, along with the TV program that spotlights the passion and power of difference makers from coast to coast. So when I say thank you for joining, I really want you to know that we firmly believe that all of us are on this call for a reason. Let's work together, you guys. Let's spawn a movement that can change lives, heal communities, empower those who are dedicating their lives to service, and let's raise this country to new heights. Movements are about momentum. Momentum is fueled with passion and purpose. We're already working with amazing people all over the country whose passion and purpose is building sober living homes, providing financial literacy training, empowering young people to believe in themselves and their dreams, supporting and serving our veterans who have given so much, and many more projects that create hope, prosperity, and wellness I'm going to be sharing more of our projects tonight with you, and you, too, can be one of those projects. We're going to give you the tools tonight, the system to bring in the financial resources you need to live your passion every day. You know, we're blessed and excited to be at the center of this movement. And we welcome all of you tonight to join us as we work together to reshape the fabric of America. We're going to do it with the power of purpose, the power of passion, and you. So many of you are asking, so what is the power of grant money? Well, you know, when we go looking at it, think about it. If you had a choice, how would you like to live your passion every day, get paid very well to do it, and help people along the way? The greatest opportunity right now in our current business climate is the nonprofit business model. Now, before you guys tune out, you're thinking, wait a minute, I got to make profit. This kind of founded on nonprofit corporations, hospitals, universities, Sesame Street, Kansas City Royals, National Tennis Association. I could go on and on. What I'm going to do is provide you with the training to teach you the power of that entity. I know many of you working with Tom have been in real estate, are in real estate. You've got the LSCs, the C Corps, the S Corp. You're working on business credit. The nonprofit corporation is a very powerful entity that you need in your toolbox. So let's talk about how you can start a business and change the world. And what if I told you there was over $700 billion available to make it happen? And that's just in one pot of money. You guys, what I'm going to share with you tonight is many different revenue streams, many different ways you can bring money into your nonprofit corporation, and only nonprofit corporations. That's why this is so powerful, and I'm so grateful that Tom brought me in to teach you the power of this nonprofit corporation, because that's where you're going to be able to bring many pots of money in that in your for-profit are not available. So that's $700 billion with the B. And you're going to love this, no credit checks. So not ever having to pay it back. That's the power here. So now more than ever, achievers from around this country are coming together to learn the strategies for getting the competitive edge with the power of grant money. Now, why take action now? Folks, I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I'm going to share my story with you in a little bit, how my journey started. I've never seen the focus on the nonprofit corporations as I have in our current business climate. If you're in real estate, you know the nonprofit corporation is getting priority, even in MLSs, even in, you look at all of your commercials on TV, credits repair.org, bringing back our country.org. They're nonprofits. It's our leaders that have stepped up and have created this corporation. So taking action now is critical because business as usual is dead. The only people who are going to flourish are the ones who are bold enough to step out and do something new. And that's all of you guys on this call. So congratulations to all of you for taking this step. You know, right now, it's a whole new entrepreneurial movement. Think about it. It used to be if you wanted to make a difference in your community or in the world, you volunteered for a nonprofit. If you wanted to make money, you started or launched a new business. Today, things have changed, and for the better. More nonprofit corporations are being run like fast growth startups. More traditional companies are being built around social missions. This program is like nothing you've ever seen. Get your pens, get your paper, start taking notes, and we're going to go through this whole journey now. Because if you're a generous person and were raised with the belief about giving back and making this world a better place, I'll show you how to monetize that starting right now. All of you on the call and being aligned with Tom and with us, people around this country are generous people, and we believe giving back. But to give back, you've got to have the resources. You know, when we meet in our live training, we stand up and say we must take care of us first. The more we take care of us, the more we can help others. I've spent 30 years raising 4 beautiful children that have grown up to be incredible entrepreneurs leading in this country. I was able to provide and travel the world all through my nonprofit corporation. Tonight, I'm going to show you how you can do well by doing good and how to monetize living your passion every day. And the best part is you can do it all using free money. Now, when I talk about free money, for what? We are using free money for buying single-family homes, buying commercial real estate, making millions of dollars in profit, and paying yourself a salary plus expenses along the way. So most people get it backwards. They don't get paid until after they buy a property. So if you're in real estate and you're doing all your due diligence and you don't get paid until afterwards, tonight I'm going to show you how to get paid before. So what can you use that money for? Paying your rent, making your car payments, hiring a full-time assistant so you work on your business, not in your business. Hire a team. Live your dream every day and help others and change the world. Right now, our country needs every one of you on this call. We've got to step up and lead in bringing back our country so that our kids, our grandkids, have the same opportunities we've had. So when we start thinking about that, as I travel around the country, meeting with tens of thousands of people, many people tell me that they're doing real estate so they can make a lot of money so they can live their passion. They're working in a corporation and saving their money in their retirement so they can one day live their passion. What we're teaching tonight and what we've walked the walk and have lived for 30 years in our team is how you can get paid while you're living your passion. And it's all done through the government's best-kept secret. Right now, boy, I tell you, more than ever, we need to step forward with the government in such turmoil and lead with the nonprofit corporations. The secret of the government that all the grant money goes to is a 501c3 corporation. Many of you know it as a nonprofit or a not-for-profit or NPO, nonprofit organization. You know, why a nonprofit business and why right now? Tonight, we're going to get started. Just in earned income, it's a $1.4 trillion industry. Do you guys hear that? We used to talk millions, then we talk billions. Now we're talking about a $1 trillion industry. A nonprofit can generate earned income, and a lot do. The National Center for Charitable Statistics estimates nearly 70% of the $1.4 trillion generated by nonprofits come from the sale of goods and services. That was Inc. magazine. Also, a benefit, you'll love this one, your nonprofit business has freedom from federal, state, and local taxes. Now, I wanted to show you that's not just me and my team and our trainings all over the media, all over this country. We're seeing articles, information provided. Look at Business Wire, Berkshire Hathaway Company, $12 billion in grants for small businesses. That's a nonprofit corporation. Wall Street Journal says, nonprofit solution to housing foreclosures. CBS News, nonprofits getting first shot at bank foreclosures, helping homebuyers and neighborhoods. So the 501c3, the nonprofit, is the most profitable entity of all in this business climate. Many of our students now around the country and around the world are doing such great things. The money's coming in. They call it the 501 See Me Make Money Corporation. So if you're sitting there and can't remember what it's called, it's a 501 See Me Make Money Corporation. Now, why? Why am I teaching this? How did I get involved? What led me into this? Because it's not an entity that we're taught about. And people think of it as a bake sale charity. What we teach is a very profitable nonprofit corporation. I've always made more profit in my nonprofit corporation than my for-profit. So why? Why did I get involved? Well, I got started the hard way. You know, I had two baby boys, a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old, and my getaway was to go out and ride my ATV 3-wheeler. So on Saturday, my husband was home with them, and they were taking a nap, and I was out riding along the river in our subdivision where I always rode, just like so many stories I hear around this country. Things we've always done out there, and within an instant, I lost control of my life and destiny. I had a horrible accident. My husband got a knock on the door, said, call the ambulance. Sherry's bleeding from the head. So he calls the ambulance, rides down to the spare lot at the subdivision, and he said the last 20 feet was on his hands and knees. He saw me laying in a pool of blood, ashen color, bleeding from my nose, mouth, ears. And he laid there with me, waiting for the paramedics to arrive, praying that no matter what it took, we would live a life that we were meant to live with purpose. When the paramedics arrived on the scene, they came, couldn't find the pulse, and they hollered out, we've got a possible DOA, dead on arrival. You know, as we went to the emergency room, my family was told I had a severe head injury with a brainstem contusion. And they took my family into the quiet room, and they called a chaplain in. And for hours, told my family that I wouldn't make it. They couldn't stabilize me, even to leave the emergency room. Finally, hours later, the neurosurgeon came in and said, you know, if she's a fighter, she has a 50-50 chance. And my family said, then get a room ready. You know, at a young age, I had to experience the journey of coma. Before we knew about coma, they hadn't saved many of us. And it wasn't like TV where I wake up and start talking to everyone. I had to relearn everything from swallowing. Gosh, you're born to swallow. How do you relearn something you've never had to learn? Talk, walking. Walking started out with them laying me on a mat and teaching me how to roll for weeks. And then weeks later, teaching me how to crawl. Learning how to read and write again. But you know, What a gift that was at such a young age to learn what we take for granted and to be able to really look at what's priority in life. And so as I laid there and fought so hard, I learned that being challenged in life is inevitable, but being defeated is optional. Around this country, for the last few years, people have lost stuff. They've lost all their real estate. They've lost their retirement. But you know, so many of them, and that you are doing what I did. I laid there in the coma and I knew what was going on. I was trapped in a body that couldn't respond. I couldn't let anybody know I was in there. So I laid there, just me, by myself, no one to talk to, saying, why me? Why me? Why did this happen to me? Sound familiar? With where we are in this country, so many people are there. As my mentor sat beside me every single day, and finally one day said, I know you know I've been here, and I know you're angry at the world, but you know medically they can't explain why you're alive. So instead of ask why, because it sure wasn't changing anything, ask what. What's my purpose? Every one of you on this call tonight, what is your purpose? We've all been down different roads than we had planned on going, whether it's financial, whether it's with a spouse, mom and dad. What's my purpose? When I did that, you guys, I went back home. I started a support group. I started going up into the intensive care unit, doing a hospital visitation to give hope to other families that were going through this. We got together, a few of us around the country. We were hearing about each other. We came together. We went through a whole program of how do we go from oppression and being thought of as victims and tragic waste, is what we were called, to show in this country the inner strength. And we learned there are no limits. The power of your mind. You guys have no idea. I would have had no idea the power of my mind until going through this. Your mind is the one that can do anything. It's what we get inside those that limits us. We all came together and said, you know what? We're going to let this country know who we are and the inner strength we have and the power of the mind, and that we're part of this country. And so we decided to set up a national disability organization. I was elected president. Here we are, we're a group of people with no political power, no voice, no money, but we had purpose. And we took that purpose, and I went to Washington, D.C. I'm a little country girl. I'd never even flown before, and now I'm flying to D.C. I'm sitting in an office with boxes all over, couldn't barely walk or talk. People couldn't even understand my English then. And here I am supposed to help us become visible and work with Congress and funding. What's that about? I was let go of fear, and I never gave up. Let go of that fear that's holding you back, because great people come into your life. Leading a nonprofit, everybody wants to make a difference. They don't know how. When you step up to lead, people amazingly will surround you. And so I started being told to call Jim Brady. For those of you that don't know Jim Brady, he was a press secretary for President Reagan that took a bullet in his head for our president. He was sitting in the back bedroom like I was. So I called him. Never forget, he comes rolling in, wheelchair, sits there, and I'm telling him how scared I am and can't even say legislation. But we have a purpose, and I say, can you help me And Jim leans back in his wheelchair and he says, honey, if I could sell President Reagan to the American public for 8 years, I think I can help you. Amazing journey, and I keep using the word amazing and journey. You guys, to take what you've been through, every one of you on this call, and to turn it into purpose. It's the most fulfilling thing. I've lived a very blessed life. Moving to Washington, D.C., you think, well, that's not fun. But it's folks like us that are going to help lead this country out of the mess we're in, to reshape the fabric of America. By doing that, I was able to work with Jim Brady, Gary Busey got involved. Our first funding, our first grant was $20 million in free money to fund 4 regional centers. $20 million. This was 20 years ago. That'd be like $20 billion right now. With a group that had no voice, no political power, and no money. So I want to share that story with you because as you're sitting there, to show you that there are no limits. And the great people that come into your life, how would all of you like to have your favorite star poster on the wall, whether it's Justin Timberlake, whether it's Jessica Biel? I have Harrison Ford's, because as we were able to show this country who we were, then they said, now we've got to get Hollywood involved. Let's let them show who we are through the movies. So if you haven't seen Regarding Henry, you need to. Regarding Henry is based on our story. It's our journey. It's our life. Going from the hotshot lawyer who had everything to experiencing brain injury and losing everything financially, but having everything with his connection with his daughter, his family. Now I have a poster on my wall that says, to Sherry, thanks for all you've done, Harrison Ford. What we're sharing with you, those are the kind of things that you're getting ready to embark on, turning tragedy to triumph. Sure, I still have residual effects. I have paralysis on one side. My speech is still impacted. But you know what? I got to lead in the creation and passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. I got to help be a part of something bigger than I ever would have imagined. That's what every one of you have in front of you right now. My life is better than ever. So I want to share with you the experience I've had so that you'll know we have the expertise to take you from A to Z, our step-by-step system, and lead you into this most incredible life where you're going to live your purpose. So 130 million and counting. I founded and launched 6 nonprofits, and as you're watching, and if you aren't, they're very diverse. We had Friends Helping Friends with $500,000 in free money. I had a national organization with $5 million in free money. I had a resource center with $2 million in free money. I had a Southwest Center. I had Enchanted Arts and Entertainment. So you see how diverse your nonprofits. And in your nonprofit corporations, you can develop affordable housing. You can develop a youth entrepreneurial center. You can develop veterans housing. You can develop renewable energy technologies. So whatever your passion is, whatever your purpose is, and many real estate investors, we work with investors around the country. And when I ask them what their passion is, they say, well, I don't really have one. And I said, well, tell me about your projects. Oh, I'm doing this senior living project in Portland, and they light up. So it's not your passion. What's your project? From that, you guys, I've served on the board for 15 other nonprofits. We've received $90 million in free money. I've advised and consulted 700 other nonprofits. And I'm telling you not to brag, but I want to show you the bottom line. I can show you how to access all the free money you'll ever need to bring your projects alive. So let's go into the many different funding pots that surround the nonprofit corporation. One of them is grant money. So what is grant money? Grant money comes from your tax dollars. So grant money is your money. So when that money is there, when they issue it out, it makes more sense to teach you guys how to access that money and have the nonprofit that's eligible to lead in stabilizing neighborhoods, to lead in senior housing, to lead in bringing our youth the opportunities that we've had. It's your money. And we add humor because I tell you what, my whole being has been centered in my healing around humor. We say it's just gently recycled by the government. Boy, isn't that fitting right now? So, you guys, I want you to take out your pen and paper now. We're going to go through a dream life exercise. I want you to write down the answer to this question. What is your passion? I'm going to take a minute and just be still for a minute. Think. What is your passion? What is your project? Write it down on that paper and leave it sitting right there. And then until we meet, I want you to keep this paper in front of you, whether it's on your refrigerator or on your dashboard. What is your purpose? What is your passion? What is your project? You know, used to, a few years ago when I would be at live events and ask, people would say, a big fancy house or lots of money or that fancy car or living a life of leisure, being famous, traveling the world. But we're in a different time in this country. And now people talk about rebuilding devastated areas, bringing green technologies, eco-friendly, reducing our carbon footprint, really inspiring hope into our kids and our future generation, our future leaders, feeding the hungry. What a crime that 1 in 6 people in this country are hungry. Finding cures for breast cancer, for autism, working with animals, building equestrian centers, taking care of animals that are left behind due to foreclosure, service animals, and providing a life of quality for our elders and for our veterans who have fought for our freedom. So look at your paper, what your passion, your purpose, your project is. There are no wrong answers. One common thread. Whatever your passion, purpose, project is, the power of grant money can help me get this. You guys, I know we can't hear each other, but we'll do like what Tom was saying, that silent drummer. All of you say it out loud and let everybody in the room around look at you funny. 1, 2, 3. The power of grant money can help me get this. So when we start talking about empowering your passion, your project, I want to share some of our projects around the country and now around the world. We're doing affordable housing projects around the country. We're building schools in Guatemala and in Africa. We're bringing in eco-friendly renewable energy projects, working with scientists that have 70 patents that we've now set up a nonprofit corporation where their patents go to the better good of our communities. Veterans projects. We have a women veterans housing project. There's not a lot going for women and their children. It's a new group coming forward. Being able to bring your real estate experience into providing resources for our veterans. Assistive technology. We're working with some of those top scientists, engineers in this country that have developed and patented technology for wound healing systems that would economically change the landscape of this country with what we pay medically now. Seniors, providing housing and support, giving them a life of dignity. Youth, empowering them with that hope that they can lead in this future. Providing on-the-job training, providing mentoring. Healthcare. Healthcare is a big one. We have many, many doctors, healers, nurses coming to our trainings that understand the power of the 501c3 because they work for one. But now setting up wellness centers, healing centers, bringing in alternative healing that brings us back to our roots and changes the economic structure that we've instituted. And housing counseling and financial literacy, helping folks keep their homes now. So you can see the diversity of our projects. Whatever your project is, we're going to talk to you and train you and teach you and a step-by-step walk beside you and bring your project alive. Now, we know that it needs to be in the nonprofit corporation. We've got your entity. One of the funding sources is grants. I'm going to share a number one insider secret. To get funding, it's all about connecting. When we're together, you're going to hear us talk about that over and over. It's not about that big fat book. It's not about Googling it and get 8 billion and you get overwhelmed. We're going to share with you how to connect. You know, cause marketing is another big funding source. So we talked about grants. Now let's talk about Fortune 500 and 100 companies. They're funding nonprofit businesses. They're aligning with them. You're going to have the nonprofit corporation that they're going to want to align with. The evolving of social consciousness has taken individuals and corporations and that world by storm. And savvy entrepreneurs are changing their business models to accommodate the influx of goodwill. So when you're watching TV, next time, look at all the commercials. So-and-so car company, Kia, Dodge, doesn't matter. 10 cents of every dollar is going to go to a nonprofit. Men's Warehouse, bring in your suit, they'll give you one half off, and they'll donate your suit to a nonprofit doing employment training. Most commercials now, Kellogg's, how many of you see the pink little ribbons on their boxes? Home Depot, they have a foundation. They've aligned with supporting veterans nonprofits. So there's another way you can get funding if you have a nonprofit corporation. So I know many of you on this call do real estate. So how many of you, or how can you use the power of grant money for real estate? Well, you can use it for residential, vacant commercial property, brand new development, and you'll love this. It's going to be shooting and hollering in live events. The greatest opportunity in America is free real estate. Let me start putting all this together for you because I told you in my emails I shared with you that I was going to lead you step by step tonight to prepare you for when we're together. So let me start with the case study so we can start putting some of this together. Osa Vista Ranch. A young woman who was sitting on the call, just like you guys are, sitting on the call, she took action. She came to our training and followed our step-by-step system. She had a 77-acre ranch that was in danger of being lost. Like the rest of us, she had gone down different pathways than she'd originally intended and was now afraid of losing it. So she followed our system. She created a 501c Make Money Corporation. She started connecting. She met with local legislators. She connected to say, I have this great ranch. How can I help our community? You never want to go in with a hand up. Always go in with a handshake. Her nonprofit was able to get free money to pay to the ranch more than enough for the mortgage payments. She saved the ranch. So her nonprofit got in the money. We rented her ranch to do the project on. Her ranch is in her LLC. The nonprofit got the money in. The nonprofit used the money for the rent to rent the ranch. We'll go through that more in depth at our training, and we're going to show you the power of working your for-profit with your nonprofit. So we were able to turn garbage into gold. We got tobacco money to pay for the youth smoking cessation program. There's $52 billion available in tobacco money alone. And from that, we had kids create their own documentary to help other kids quit smoking. We're now being featured on National Geographic Channel. Now, here's a young woman that was right where you're on this call, took action, followed our step-by-step system in a very short time. Amazing what she's done. And if you're looking at the screen, you see the most beautiful setting. This is where we do her office in a ranch house. Here's what she says. $78,000 per year for the next 5 years. Working with Sherry has been the most powerful business investment I've ever made. In only 10 hours of actual work with Sherry and her team, I was able to get a guaranteed $78,000 in grant money every year for the next 5 years to support my project. Since then, I've been working with Sherry and her team to create even more funding for my project. The money keeps on rolling in. I can't wait to see what happens next. Margaret Merrill, Scottsdale, Arizona. So we're going to go more in depth at the training, but tonight I want to share with you the matches made in heaven. You know, we know about peanut butter and jelly and salt and pepper and yin and yang. The powerful match is a nonprofit and for-profit corporation. It's done all around us. You've just not had someone like me to come and teach you. Bill Gates, look what he's done. Warren Buffett, they have the for-profit and nonprofit. Hospitals, for-profit, nonprofit. Universities, nonprofit and for-profit. If you've ever gone to have a child at university, you know they're making some money, right? Paying tuition. Well, you should go see now their for-profit patent centers. So they've got the nonprofit that all the grant money comes in, research and training and different things. Then they have a for-profit patent center where they make billions of dollars collectively. That's what we're going to share with you, give you those same tools so you too can do what successful people have done to create wealth for you and your family, make a difference in the community, leave a legacy, and live your passion every day. Doesn't get much better than that. So let me share how the for-profit nonprofit works in the foreclosure model. That's a very strong model that we have clients all over the country now do. So they get their free money in, they set up their nonprofit, a house and counseling center, and they work with new homeowners and the homeowners in danger of foreclosure, right? Well, the new homeowners, they refer them over to their realty company. Let's help you find somewhere. Now, if you've got homeowners in danger of foreclosure, you've helped them in your nonprofit or new homeowners. Let's refer them to our for-profit mortgage company to get a new loan or to do a loan mod. Some of the folks, let's let them live a life of dignity, give them a second chance, give them a hand up. We can refer them to our short sale company, real estate company. Okay? So that's the power of your nonprofit corporation coming in and working with your for-profit. Listen to this. $14,000 a month to help people keep their homes. Sherry's program taught me how to get paid to help people in foreclosure. I now make $14,000 a month in grant money to keep individuals and families in their homes. Not only am I making a lot of money, I feel fantastic about the people I'm able to help. Tava Perezio, San Diego. So there's two paths if you look at the foreclosure model. The traditional way, you spend your hard-earned money on marketing, you chase after deals with no guarantees, and you don't get paid until after you close on a deal. So you're paying all the expenses. Let's look at path two, the power grant money way. Free marketing from the media. You're now a hero in your community. We work with a group of brothers who have a very visible for-profit real estate company, very credible, very well known in their community. And they sent this and said, we couldn't even pay enough to get this kind of media coverage with our for-profit. Their nonprofit that we helped them set up and followed our system A to Z. The title, Brothers Work Together to Help Patriots. Now, think about that kind of marketing in your nonprofit. So now you're getting people sent to you from deals chase after you because banks, HUD, they're sending people to your nonprofit now, which is increasing your for-profit. And the free money in your nonprofit pays your salary, your expenses, your staff, your office before you buy a property. So which path would you rather take? Let's look at free money for vacant commercial properties. How many of you drive by vacant properties every day? There's not an event I go to that people don't raise their hand. Oh, yeah, I drive by one every day. There's 3 of them I've been having my eye on. We're going to teach you how you can partner with your city and county and get free money and turn that eyesore into a community success story. We've done that with assisted living, affordable housing, employment training centers, youth entrepreneurial programs, and a lot more. So taking that vacant building, wow, how great is that it's now assisted living. It's now an employment training center. It's now affordable housing for veterans and their families. And you helped lead that. So real fast, I'll go give you a case study, and then we're going to go a lot more in depth in this when we're together. This was a vacant 80-room long-term care facility on 18 acres in Michigan, 99,000 square feet. The lady that came to me, beautiful woman, came to me and said, I know there's an opportunity because I'm an investor, but I don't know what to do with the building. Do you think you can help me? And I think already you know after just listen, what do you think I can say? I would say, sure, we'll figure it out. So we knew there was an opportunity, but we didn't know what to do with the building. So those of you that don't have a project yet and aren't sure what is my purpose, but I'm doing real estate, I can get the buildings for pennies on a dollar, that's how she was. So what we mentored her on, taught her step by step, was let's look at where the opportunity was. So our goal was let's look at what the grant money and the other funding is available, whatever the project might be. Our strategy then was to connect, right, with state officials, state agencies. Let's look at the future direction of Michigan and the potential funding opportunities. We found out that Michigan had an initiative on assisted living. So here's what Jill says: $1 million in equity in one short year. I was able to find a vacant commercial building for pennies on the dollar, but I had no idea what I was going to do with it until I met Sherry Watson. Sherry's proven system taught me how to get backstage with the people in seats of power. When I left the Power Grant Money training, I had a complete plan on how to fund my commercial building. One short year later, I have a beautiful assisted living facility that's serving the elders in my community. Plus, I've already made $1 million on this building. I couldn't have done this without Sherry's help. My community and I can't thank you enough. Jill Shepard, Marne, Michigan. How great is that to take that building? So now I'm going to ask you a question, because I still see some of you with that myth. And then when I'm in a live training, people are thinking, yeah, but I got to make profit, right? What do you think of when you think of a nonprofit building? And in live audience, folks will say, oh, in the rundown strip mall in the corner, or a realtor office, or, well, I want to show you one of my colleagues. And if you're not looking at the screen, it's the most beautiful 4-story all-glass building called Access Living. She used free money for brand new development. It's a 44,000 square foot office development center. It's an independent living center. $12.9 million in brand new office development in Chicago. It's green construction, gold LEED certified, the second highest rating, and 100% of it was funded by free money through a combination of federal, state, and private donors. So there's another funding opportunity. We showed you the commercial, the grants, the corporations. The greatest opportunity in America right now, free real estate. You don't have to be doing real estate. It's to bring cash flow into your nonprofit corporation. It's to do a project using a building. So we were able to get a condo in Redondo Beach, $425,000 value, free. Okay, maybe that just doesn't do it for you yet. How about a 3,500 square foot mansion worth $810,000, free? Okay, so some of you, I know, are thinking big. You're already thinking about that big renewable energy project. So here's a 53,000 square foot office warehouse, $750,000 value, free. Now, those of you that know there are no limits, you know the power of our mind, and we're going to make this happen together. How about a 100-acre industrial complex, $2.2 million, free? You guys, we have the leading expert in the country who does this every day of his life and is leading, been in Forbes and Fortune, in getting charitable donations of real estate to fund your nonprofit and to get the cash in, or to use that real estate to do your project. So just one charitable donation per year can be worth hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to a nonprofit corporation. So there's another funding stream. So I think what you're learning tonight, the real exciting news I'm sharing with you, is that there are no limits to the power of grant money. And it's not just about the money. You've seen the money's there. The power of grant money, of course, is partly for the money you do it, because you can make more money more quickly than any other investment right now in this country. And more importantly, though, is that if you want to give back, then you're not doing it just for the money. The power of grant money lets you live your passion. It fulfills a total you. And that's something that no investments in stocks or real estate can do for you. Being able to help somebody, hand them a key when they have put sweat equity in, a single mom has kids, and they've helped build a home, and you do a ribbon cutting and hand them a key, and they walk in with $50,000 equity and a home for their kids, and you've been paid a salary and have a team around you to make it happen, your salary, that money, does not nearly fulfill you like handing the keys to a mom who served our country and her kids. That's what this is about. You know, there's also funding in foundations. Look at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They must donate at least $1.5 billion every year. Now they have Warren Buffett's contribution. They're going to donate over $100 billion during their lifetimes. In the U.S., giving is raising. We were able to give almost $1 trillion of free money of individual giving in the U.S. every 3 years. That's not even including what we give in foreign donations. So there's so many ways to bring money into your nonprofit corporation that there really are no limits. Now, more than ever, this week with what's going on, it's the best time in history to tap into this world of all this free money that's available to live your passion, help us bring this country back and change the world. So what I want to share with you guys is our live 3-day event. What you'll learn is how to create your 501c Make Money Corporation, plus how to get tax-exempt status. We're going to share with you how to get paid $100,000 to live your passion. And even if it's part-time, you love where you are now. You love your real estate investing company. You love the company you're working for. This does not take you a different direction. This helps really elevate what you're already doing and loving. So even in part-time, we're going to teach you how to achieve financial freedom by matching your nonprofit with your for-profit. We're going to teach you real estate riches through helping others through the foreclosure model, taking commercial properties, turning that community eyesore into a community success story. We're going to teach you how to become a magnet for free real estate. We'll then teach you the 7 best sources of free money, how to generate free money on autopilot, create your own free money machine, and how to become the top 10 ways to market your nonprofit so that you become a hero in your community. So what you need to know is 3 days, hands-on, full immersion, live training with me and my team. Now, you hear me tonight talking to you guys. I've had a really awesome journey throughout life, and so to do that, you know, that takes just the most incredible, amazing people around you. So I've always had powerful teams. I've never had the team that I have now. All of us walk the walk. All of us have built nonprofits and been very successful. Our project director had a nonprofit affordable housing corporation and a for-profit construction company and built hundreds of homes and subdivisions and multi-units, providing first-time home buyers an opportunity that never had it, bringing veterans home, giving people with disabilities that opportunity. So you're going to get to come and meet our team that we can share with you. And then tax deductible, check with your accountant. And we want you to bring a family member for free. A spouse, significant other, parent, child. We've had a grandpa bringing his grandsons. We've had a mother bringing her 2 young daughters that set up a nonprofit at 8 years old and are changing the way food's brought into the schools. So there really are no limits. So I want you to write down the state. We're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, October 25th to 27th. That's only in a little over 2 weeks. Guys, the timing is so perfect right now. If for some chance you can't come, but you definitely will, because I'm getting ready to share some, unveil an opportunity that's come to us. We're going to be in Orlando, Florida, December 6th through 8th. So people come to our training and pay $3,997, but we're not even asking you to invest half of that for $1,997. Tonight, it's $997. But what I want to share with you, because of where we are in this country and bringing people forward, keep listening. You're about to see that you won't need to invest the full amount today or perhaps ever. All you need to do is make a $97 deposit tonight, and you pay the rest after you've had the time to put my techniques to the test. $97 to come and spend 3 days with us. And I have something very exciting to share with you at the end of this call, where that's going to take us. So right now, you guys, go to www.grantmoneylifetraining.com. Sign up there. www.grantmoneylifetraining.com, or call our office. They're there now, and you can call 505-217-9333. Again, 505-217-9333, or 505-215-3491. 505-215-3491. Now listen, if you haven't taken action yet, you need to. Here's the best part. We're invoking the honor system. You invest $97 tonight as a deposit, and the remaining balance of $900 will only be charged if you get a grant of at least $10,000, and it'll probably be bigger, within 90 days of leaving the event. And you know what? If we don't hear from you, you'll never be charged the remaining balance. Because you know what? Our success is in line with your success. So we're in this together. So that $97 for you to invest, together, we're going to make this happen. We're going to bring your project alive. So go to grantmoneylifetraining.com or call 505-217-9333 or 505-215-3491. Invest in your future. Put the power of grant money to work for you. Learn step by step how to get paid to live your passion and bring this country back. Create financial freedom through matching your nonprofit corporation with your for-profit corporations. One of our most beautiful students sent this $90,000 over 3 years and $1 million more available. Exciting news. Everything in your program you've taught us works. I just received a $90,000 seed grant over a 3-year period, and it gets even better. I was just informed from my county that there's $1 million available, and my program is a perfect fit. Thank you so much, Sherry. Your program has changed my life. Sharon Schutte, Lakewood, Florida. So 2 paths to your dreams. Path 1, the traditional way. Do nothing now, continue as always. Spend a few hours a week, if you're lucky, on your passion, and retire in 40 years to follow your dreams. Path 2, the power grant money way. Take action now. Achieve financial freedom while spending every day living your passion. Start changing the world today. Take action now, guys. Write down these dates. October 25th through 27th. We really want you to join us in Phoenix, Arizona. If by chance you can't, we'll be in Orlando, Florida, December 6th through 8th. So I told you at the end of this call I would be unveiling an just incredible opportunity that came to us. On October 25th to 27th, we'll be in Phoenix, Arizona with the television production crew filming our Power of Purpose event before a large audience of nonprofit leaders and socially conscious entrepreneurs. We're creating a sizzle reel to present to major TV networks. The producer is being requested by TV executives he already works with to make a pilot program about our work, about you, people that are out there making a difference with power, passion, and purpose. You guys, a film crew is coming in. The networks approached us to do the TV show, and wouldn't you love to tune in to a positive, life-affirming TV program that will lift your spirit and restore your faith in humanity's essential goodness? That's what we're creating. Wouldn't you love to be a part of knowing that you played a role in bringing socially conscious leaders, yourself included, who are dedicating their life to others, to the American public? That's who we're supporting. Wouldn't it feel good to be part of something you could follow and lead every week as lives and communities are rebuilt, restored, and rejuvenated? That's our purpose. So the Power Grant money, the doors are opening. We'll be doing the reality show. And for those of you that don't want to be on TV, don't worry. We'll get you involved in the behind the scenes. And those that are doing projects with us, you come with your purpose, your project, let's take that to the next level. We've also creating 2 funds, a $100 million legacy fund that's going to provide funding to affordable housing, to green technologies, and to healthcare. And then we have a $50 million fund we're creating called the Max Capacity Fund, named after my dad, who I just lost recently. He was my mentor, who served this country, who always gave. And his first name was Max. And so as our team held things together while I went through a month in ICU with him, I went home and they said, we got it. We're going to set up the Max Capacity Fund to provide seed capital to emerging nonprofit corporations like yourselves to be able to come in and play the bigger game, to get that first seed funding, to bring you in a team to grow this corporation bigger than you ever imagined. So grateful, Tom, and so appreciative that tonight I could share the reality show and the 2 funds and where we're headed with the Power of Purpose Project, and bringing all of you with us in this journey as we, create this movement and reshape the fabric of America, and do it with the power of purpose, the power of passion, and you. So, Tom, I'm going to encourage everyone, take action.
Sherry, I've been so inspired by what you've been sharing with us over the last few minutes that I've actually been posting on my social media pages, on my personal Facebook page, on our fan pages that we use to run our business. I've been just shouting out and telling people how incredible you are on right now in in describing all this. I have a sheet in front of me and my computer open, and I literally have scribbled notes all over the sheet, and I've been trying to write as quickly as I can on my laptop the things that you've been covering, because I think this will be one of the most impactful sessions that we've done in a long, long time. If you would permit me, Sherry, I know you've already offered an incredible value, an incredible package. If you would permit me, I want to try and step up to the plate and play as big as you are. Can I offer one more bonus item to the people that take action on this program, whether they be my subscribers or yours?
Oh, Tom, that's awesome. Yes, I love it.
All right, fantastic. Well, folks, obviously, I wholeheartedly encourage and endorse you to take the action that Sherry has clearly outlined and go and get into this program. I mean, there's really literally nothing to risk when you go to the website grantmoneylivetraining.com. So that's the place that you start. Or, of course, if you act quickly, you can call the phone number on the screen and speak to somebody individually. But obviously, the website is the easiest and fastest way to assure you get into this program. Go right now while we're still talking. Go to grantmoneylivetraining.com. This is what I want to offer up and to do. People know me best as an expert in the last 10 years, over a decade in the field of business funding, business startup. I do a lot of work behind the scenes with people who want to increase the revenues using the kind of techniques that people are somewhat familiar with on the internet. So I want to make a bonus offer to everybody who takes action in Sherry's program. All you need to do is contact our office. You know where we are, what our phone number is, what our support email address is. If you contact our office and let us know that you got into Sherry's program from this particular invitation, I'm going to kick in a very valuable additional free bonus just to show my appreciation to you and to Sherry for taking her really valuable time to be here. I will give a Cash Club 6-month online market training membership to anybody who right now takes action and gets involved in Sherry's incredible and wonderful program that stands on its own. My subscribers currently pay over $1,100 a year to use the money-making resources that my staff create for them when they join this membership program. We literally, in the Cash Club, deliver to them a new tested business each month that's ready to plug in online and run. And the money that these online type of businesses generate goes straight to the client whose name we build them in. You can have the payments go to your business name, your personal name, whatever you deem for tax purposes is the most advantageous to you. These are real businesses. They have been tested. They are making money. They're in a wide variety of niches. This is all online, so it's very easy for anybody to do just as a part-time, spare-time thing. And clients that I personally know and have worked with, like Stu, like James, like Demetrius, I've seen them make hundreds of dollars each over the last several months. So this is a cool extra added bonus of a program that we're already doing for our clients. We already sell it very effectively to the people that are on my daily email newsletter that I send out. So Sherry, thank you for allowing me to contribute something as my excitement has grown in watching your presentation here. So my bonus offer will be a Cash Club 6-month online market training membership, and all people have to do to acquire that is just simply to call us or email us, letting us know that they got involved in your program. And the folks probably know it. Our email address is desk@thomaskish.com. So it's my name, DESK @thomaskish.com. Let us know you got involved in Sherry's program, and we will happily comp you that great bonus offer that's worth a lot of money that our clients are actually using. We don't just give you these businesses ready to plug and play, but we will actually train you on them as well. So we're regularly doing the training programs on how these kinds of online businesses are to be used and do make money. And they really do work. They're incredible. We, as a corporation here, we derive a substantial portion of a revenue from these kind of what I call diversified streams of income. So let's get with the program tonight, folks. Get involved in Sherry's generous offer. Learn how you can live your passion. You can do good. You can improve, the quality of the whole country and everybody's life. And you can be involved in something that pays you a tremendous amount of money. Sherry, I've always known, not as convincingly as you described, but I've always known that people who have a nonprofit organization or not-for-profit business, I've always known that they're making money. They're just not distributing profits. They're just not paying out dividends. There's still a lot of money being made and paid in salary and benefits and all of the things that we preach the corporate lifestyle, because your business allows you, through all of these facilities, to live a much better life just simply as the owner of the company. And my God, my eyes are just like bugging out as you're describing these huge pools of money that are available and the advantages for people to go into these kinds of real business structure that you can do. You can get paid a salary and all the other benefits accrued with it. You can run it part-time. And the government, rightfully so, is willing to cough up millions and millions of dollars because, folks, we've seen it very clearly. Have you seen all the chaos in Washington right now? The government is not really good and not really equipped at doing the kinds of things that the country needs for stability and long-term viability. So they very wisely set aside a portion of all the taxes that we pay in and are collected. They set aside a portion of that to give back to people who know how to access that money and demonstrate that they're going to use it for these worthy causes. So thank you, Sherry, for your time. I know your time is incredibly valuable. You have given us a gift by teaching us, and thank you for such a cool offer that allows people, really even on a budget, to get started, learn your techniques, get the money. And if there's any possibility, if there's any way in my schedule, which is pretty crazy right now, I'd even like to be able to attend as just a student of your upcoming training in Phoenix. So if there's some way that I can swing it, I would look forward to coming out there and really learning a lot more of your techniques, at least for a couple of days of your run there.
Oh, Tom, I would love it. I'm telling you guys, hear this. Let's hold Tom accountable. You're the kind of person that should help lead this. It's so much fun, Tom.
Right.
Last couple of weeks ago, we helped Matt Sorum, the drummer for Guns N' Roses, and he set up his nonprofit. And 2 weeks ago, we did a fundraiser in Hollywood and went to it. And I mean, he had Slash, and they did a concert, and it was at the Hollywood Big Theater, and Jane Lynch is one of the co-chairs. And when you're doing things, I mean, he's bringing music back to our schools, to our kids, bringing the arts back, and people are aligned for them to help our kids. And then the next week, I got to go to the Catalina Film Festival and go to a VIP reception with Sharon Stone, who got the Stanley Kramer Award. Not just throwing out names. I want you guys to see that when you're out there doing these kind of things, it's not just about the money. The money's there. You saw that. And it's not just grants. You see it in cause marketing from foundations. You see it in corporations, real estate. To get free real estate, you must be a nonprofit corporation. The money's not moving a lot with banks and in the for-profit. So being able to have a nonprofit corporation that can hire your for-profit corporations, I mean, it's amazing, Tom. 30 years, I've not seen the focus that I am now on the nonprofit corporations in this country. And I'm telling you, with what we see going on right now, Tom, this week, we better step up to the plate if we want to reshape the fabric of this country.
Yeah, we have to. We're the only people that apparently really care about the direction of the country. So let's make it happen. Thank you so much.
Do it. Thank you.
Everybody. Yeah. So everybody, get over to the website right now. Take advantage of this. We have had a lot of people come through this training I have a lot of people that are interested in this, and I cannot imagine that these spots will remain open for very long, because I know a lot of people that somehow missed this that would want access to it. So you're here right now. Strike while the iron's hot. Access this incredible program. Go to Sherry's website, www.grantmoneylivetraining.com, or if you have a particular need that you need to talk to somebody for a very short amount of time, they still have live operators that can help you out. So thanks, everybody, and really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, Sherry, thank you for coming on here and sharing this with us.
Oh, thank you, Tom, and thanks for inviting me in. And you guys come and join us, because we're growing, things are happening, and we want you to be a part of it. So we look forward to seeing you guys, and I can't wait, Tom. I can't wait to. We'll just bring everybody in, and we're going to make this happen. So we'll see you guys soon.
All right, take care, everybody.
Okay. Night, Tom.
Good night. Bye-bye.